So we're back out to the boat today, as usual. I'm not going to go via McDonald's. No, I'm not. And so I've got some paint work to do today. I've got some more work on the settee to do today. I'd like to think that I'm almost done there. Just waiting for a couple of components on for the chimney, the flue, and getting that stove finished. So we're looking at tentatively got plans now in place to have a little cruise out to Lapworth, kind of spend a week, and that will be sort of mid-April. So yeah, we'll be meeting some friends at Lapworth, which is lovely to start being able to plan for things like that. It's quite exciting, isn't it? But we have got a booking at a table at the Boot Inn at Lapworth, which is a lovely pub if you've never been there. So I think they've got all the social distancing planned. We went there before the lockdown. They've got a great marquee out the back and stuff. It's very well organised. So looking forward to that. Because the boat will be on a mooring just close to there, I think between lock 14 and 15. When we get kicked out of the pub, we can go back to the boat. So from the boot to the boat. So awesome. So I've got all the more incentive to get this finished, everything that I've got to do, so that it's nice and comfortable and we can have a little fire, because mid-April is still going to be a bit chilly at night. So I'm really looking forward to that. Right, I'll see you at the boat. Hello mate, how you doing?
Yeah, the flue there.
Oh, lovely, okay. Ooh. That makes me look professional, doesn't it? Look at that. Bit of fine detail around the frames. It's easier painting a narrowboat ceiling than a house ceiling, I know that. So this is good, cracking on, getting some work done. Darren's just dropped me the flue down, the flue pipe. So I need to do a little bit of playing with that to see whether I can actually adapt that to what I've got on my stove top and how that's going to go through the roof and the ceiling. It kind of looks there. There might have to be a little bit of a jiggery pokery to make that happen. And obviously then I'm going to have to get some sort of exhaust wrap bandage type stuff that you can then pack it out with and then seal it all up with plumber's flue and fire cement and things like that. So it needs to do what it needs to do, but it needs to do that safely. We obviously don't want carbon monoxide. We're not wanting any of that. And so obviously in a couple of years' time, when the boat safety certificate comes around, I don't need somebody coming in and saying that's wrong, that's against regs, that's illegal or anything like that. So I'll have a little play with that. So I've just got this little sidewall to do now. I just left this because I've got a load of clutter here, so I'll clear this. I can then paint that so we're no longer that sort of magnolia colour. The colour that we've put on here is Egyptian cotton, so it's just Dulux Egyptian cotton. We use this colour at home in the house, and I had some left over, and we really like the colour anyway, so it's kind of one of those neutral colours that goes with most things. Cool, I shall crack on. Oh, happy day. He taught me how to wash, fight and pray, fight and pray, and live rejoice. So, time to start fixing this settee frame back to the floor, to the wall where that needs to be. Once that's fixed, I can get the drawers in, I can get that fascia on, so I know that it's exactly where it needs to be. And then I need to work on that end to make that end nice, to work out a way of utilising this corner, this bend, or that one there, to give me a nice flush finish which will match this side. So that's what I'm on with next. So let's look at offering this fascia up there now, getting this back into position. Once this is in, I can try the drawers back into it, make sure they're in, get the ply back into there, and we're almost back to having a settee. Then I've just got to finish off around there, work out what I've got to do there. I'm guessing this is panel pins. I think it was. I might put screws in it. I can't find my hammer. Found it. So now I've got that cut off to I think where I need it. It's a question of offering up this fascia that we broke off. Make sure that's going to fit back to where it did, and indeed that looks good. That looks good, because I then need to trim the end of this fascia so that we can get that corner piece going round. So let's mark where I'm taking that from. So just as a reminder, this is going to be going on to about here. So it's going to fit to this, but it's going to fit further back here, which then gives me 600 mils between this combustible surface and this hot surface. It's all a little bit rough, so I'm not great at precision, to be honest, but I'm pretty good with filler. I like a bit of wood filler, mate. Okay, so now I know that that fits and that's going where it's going to go. I can now get this fastened to where it needs to be, and then I can forget about this section and get that fascia onto it. Cool. I don't want to overdo the fastenings. I think sometimes people go a bit over the top, because if it does have to come off. Excuse me. Hello, John. Alright, mate, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, cheers, mate. Bye bye. Do you know what that is? That's John on Narrowboat Bacchus telling me he's cooked me a pastie. Oh. Yeah, I've said before, I'm not one for charity, but when it comes to food, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm shameless. Shameless for food. Ow! F***ing nails! Screws! That's because my mind's on going onto a pastie. I'm holding John accountable for that one. If he'd not asked me about a pastie, I've been concentrating it all. Go on. Drive it in. Lovely. He's going nowhere from that back wall, that's fine. I reckon that's plenty of them in there. Get on to that one at the back. Do that when I come back, I think. Drill a few holes when I come back from my pastie. Put that in. Breakfast. Right, no laughing. But I know the last time you saw one of these was probably in the school woodwork room. But it's all I've got. That's all I need. It's going nowhere. Lovely. It's a good job I'm a craftsman and can make use of such high technology. These are my 3 cool tools of the trade, and without these babies this just wouldn't be the magnificent project that it's become. Okay. Pin it back in. To make this work, I suppose I'm going to need to build a bit of a I'm going to need a frame, I think, across there. So I need a down post, two down posts, and it's got to have something, hasn't it? It's got to have something, so that when that goes onto there, I need something on the inside of that to support what's going across there, and obviously the ply that sits inside here has got to sit onto something. So yeah, I need to put a frame into there to support all that. Is that right? Sorry, I'm taking you through all my thought processes here, but again, when you're not an expert, your head doesn't necessarily just know exactly what you've got to do. You know, it's. I think that's what I need to do. One there, one there. So if I go down there, down there, down there, and then link all those up, fix into the floor, and I think that'll do it. What it's going to give me, one of the comments that was put on my last one, can't remember who it was now. was that this dead sort of space, because there'll be a drawer sitting in there, but this dead space is an ideal space for some kindling or a bag of coal or something. It'd be nicely inside there. That's a great idea, nice and close to the fire. So because that's going to be a reasonable amount of space. You know, so I should be able to pack in 24 hours worth, if you like, and then I just reload that every day and then just work from that. So I think that's a great idea, and I'm gonna do that. So cool. That's that one. On that end. Excellent. Okay, it's a bit rough, but it will form the basis for something. I tell you what, I'm really proud of myself. I've had to try and cobble together this this end section where I'm going to put the bend, and although I can see that it's a bit Heath Robinson, you don't want to be looking too much around about there, but I've created a frame. I've created a frame now where I can place my bend into here. I'm getting there, aren't I? I'm getting there. So I've got a structure now that I can come off there. Yeah, you see it. So I probably don't need anything here because it's not particularly load bearing. There'll be a bit of ply in here as the base of the unit, but just got to get some very thin ply now and bend it around the outside, panel pins I suppose. Work out what to do down there. I could just put a bit of MDF or something on the back edge. I don't know, but I'm really pleased with that. This piece, well, yeah, I made an error, but that is wedge. That's an interference fit, I think they call it. But again, it's not load bearing. I just need to support that end, the end bend and the sort of the end panel. So really pleased with that. That's been a good day. I've got all the painting done, so that's looking a lot cleaner. I need to tidy a lot of the edges up because as accurate as I thought it was, I can actually see quite a bit of stuff on the woodwork. But what I might do is bring Mrs. Lumsden down next time, and she might be able to sort of go around with a little fine knife and take that off. She's got to have something to do, hasn't she? What else have we done? I've introduced you to my tools and my high-tech system of working. You've seen that in action. I've knelt on a screw. That bloody hurt. I've kind of rebuilt the settee, or I've done the awkward bit, but now I've got to this bend. So that's under review. I'm not sure. I think I'm probably working too hard to try to achieve that. So I'm going to review that again. I'll get Mrs. Lumsden because she's like the expert internal designer in this relationship. So I'll bring her in on that. What else has happened? Oh, the flue was delivered. So Darren brought the flue down for me. Again, that's an awkward one. I've got to work out how that's all going to happen. I suppose I'm my own worst enemy sometimes in trying to find the cheaper way around something. I end up spending too long doing it, or spending more money than I thought I was going to in the first place. But I think we're only a couple of weeks away from this being finished now, and I think it's actually closer than I think. Once I get all the cushions and stuff back from the bedroom, get the curtains back in, it's going to look suddenly like the old boat that we know. So see you next time. Bye bye.